You here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good morning and God bless you. We are having a fantastic Fearless Friday here at KNLY 91.1 The Boss. This is today's entrepreneur and I am your host Orlando Daniels, and I have a wonderful young lady, millennial as she's been classified. Most people put her, people in her age bracket in that category. But she's like none other. I've come across so many people, but I want to introduce you a young lady with a famous last name, Miss Christina Knowles with KNLY, but she has some other things that we're going to be able to share. So introduce yourself this morning, let them know who you are and a little bit about yourself, and we're going to talk about KNLY and all that is going on there with Dr. Kiki, and then we're going to talk about you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me. My name is Christina Knowles. Everyone knows me as KK, the greatest. I'm from a small island in the Bahamas called Eleuthera. It's a Greek word that means freedom. A lot of people know it for the famous glass window bridge. It's the bridge on the island that separates the Atlantic Ocean from Exuma Sound. It's beautiful if you ever want to visit it. I do digital marketing and social media marketing, PR work, and communications for KNLY Health and Wellness. It's a sports chiropractic therapy clinic downtown Houston on 1600 Smith Street. They do massage therapy, sports therapy, ultrasounding, rehabilitation, testing, and a lot of care and health and wellness for their patients. Tomorrow, actually, we have a quality run. It's from 6:30 a.m. to 8:50 p.m. just to get some training going for the Houston Half Marathon. And if you have nothing to do, go out there, run. We have food. We have free giveaways, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
You may get more people because you mentioned the food.
Yeah, free food, free parking.
Yes, the free parking, free food, but the overall event is, not only for the overall runner and those who participate, but you all are active in the community. You all are, when I got a chance to meet you, it was for the 5K, 10K.
Yeah.
And actually we had Mr. Sidney Young and one of our, not one of our sponsors, but one of our trainees here, Miss Samantha. She's part of the sales team, and so they were out there, and I felt like I was a part of the run as much as I was running around
Right.
and interviewing. And I came across you all's booth, your station, and talked to Dr. Kiki and got a chance to talk with you. I'm very impressed. I'm going to throw your age out. At 23 years of age, you're sharp. You have some things to offer it as it relates to society, not just, a gentleman. We're talking about society and having influence and having an opportunity to talk with you. Wanting to make sure I pronounce where you are from. And I don't know if we've had one of the slides to go by, but it's a beautiful place, and I wanted that there. But here's what I want to talk about, because not only are you doing the marketing and all the strategy for KNLY, you have several things going on. One, college student.
Yes.
Now pursuing your undergrad, correct?
No, I graduated from my undergrad degree in broadcasting journalism in 2017, and I just recently graduated with my master's degree this May, and my master's in marketing.
Oh, not graduated from undergrad. Life coach.
Yes.
With Tony Gaskin,
yes.
correct? So she's a sharp young lady, but not only is she sharp in relations to the things that she's doing, public speaking, motivational speaker, but she's training actually for the Olympics.
Yes.
And so I want you to be able to share a little bit more of your testimony. We know that you've worked for Channel 13
Yes.
as an intern. You've done a lot in 23 years.
Yeah.
And you are steadily moving forward. I was looking at your thermos. See if they can see that. Let's put that up. It has Boss Babe.
Boss babe.
Yeah, Boss Babe. And so love the thermos, but she has, also some things that she does on several social media sites. She also follows me, so if you're not, you should. But tell us how you got over into pursuing the Olympics. Apart from just being a runner for college and things of that nature, how do you transition and say, hey, this is something I want to actually pursue beyond what I'm doing in college and high school and all of that?
So great question. It's very interesting because my college career has definitely shaped me a lot into the individual I am today. But I often tell people that this was just a stepping stone to where I'm supposed to go. It wasn't my thoughts of wanting to be an Olympian and running in the Olympics never started in college. That was something that I wanted to do from I was maybe like 10 years old. Growing up on the island of Eleuthera, we don't have a track. Oftentimes I trained on the beach, on the road, or on a softball park. My dad used to take me 50 miles every day to train in Greencastle, Eleuthera, on this field they had out there. And from then, it wasn't me just running track. It was a passion for me, and I often had to fly to Nassau, New Providence for track meets every weekend, to the point that when I made my first national team for the Bahamas in 2012, Bermuda, Carifta was the event. A lot of the athletes who lived in Nassau, they didn't even know that I wasn't from there because I was at every track meet. And I remember this track meet in particular on the island of Andros, and my school, we performed so well. We won the 400, the 4x4, and I looked at one of my teammates, and at that time, I think that was maybe like year 2010, I said, they know my name, heard where we're from, 2012 Olympics, here we come. And at that time, I'm just 14 years old, 13, and I'm here like 2012 Olympics, here we come. And of course, I didn't make 2012, I didn't make 2016, but that's always been the goal, like to just make it to the Olympics, because a lot of people focus on like proving other people wrong, and that's like channeling the wrong energy to me. Like, I just want to prove that I'm right and I can do it I can make it with the cards I've been dealt, despite not having the facility, not having the coaching as much as I needed to growing up, or not having a track, not even stepping on a track. Not until I came to university, I actually practiced consistently on a track because I didn't have the opportunity growing up. But I just wanted to like show the kids back home that you can become as big as you want with whatever dream that you have, and you can do it. And that's why I'm still trying to pursue my dreams of being an Olympian.
To hear you say that and being able to be the catalyst, and not just the catalyst, but I think it's more of having or utilizing the platform that God had you on, and having that influence and being mindful of others. When we talk about millennials, once again, you're not just focused in on inspiring people of your age, but just people abroad, all across the board, but representing home well. But the other thing is, I want to put out, because when I got your information and we got a chance to share, one of the things that you highlighted was Jeremiah 29:11. Yes. So we talked about it, but I want them to hear you share how that became your push and your drive in regards to Jeremiah 29:11.
So if you don't know the scripture, it's, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. And that is my foundation. That is what keeps me balanced. That is what gives me hope. But literally, when I'm going through tough times or hard times that I don't understand, I remind myself that God has a plan for me, despite, mine failing or not really working out the way I wanted to. He has a plan for me, and if anything has come into my path that maybe in the moment I'm upset about, maybe I'm really down about or depressed about, we've all been there before. You know, I have to channel my mind to remember that this is not set in my path for destruction. It's in my path to push me to a new stage in life, or maybe to shape me and mold me into a new individual. And I remember particularly last year I was going through this really tough time with track, with my life in itself. And I forgot the scripture. It's almost like that was something that I like to read every day. Anyone who knows me knows that that's my favorite scripture. And I was going through such a tough time that I forgot it. It's like, you know, this cannot be my life right now. What happened to the plans you have for me? And I kid you not, I'm a person, I believe a lot in signs. And whether I was driving somewhere and I came to a restaurant, I would see the scripture that I have it on the wall. Or I'd come on Instagram and someone would post it. I'll go on Twitter and someone would tweet it. I open a book and it'll be there until I felt like he was just putting in my face, like, don't forget, I have a plan for you for hope and a future. And it gives me peace. It literally gives me hope that no matter what I'm going through right now, no matter how hard it is, no matter how far this road looks right now, like, I have a plan for you. And it's something to look forward to. And it's literally kept me balanced with track, with school, with interning with ABC 13, with working with Koala. I'm reminded that, you know, if I keep putting one foot in front of the other, it'll lead to my destiny. Because I have a date with destiny, and, you know, you're right on time. Like, everyone's right on time to meet it. You just have to trust it.
You know, when I think about hardship, and all of us have had it, we've experienced it in so many lights or so many fashions. I think about Joseph and him being, you know, his brothers or his siblings didn't understand that it wasn't in the coat of many colors. It was the favor of God that was on his life. And God had already had a plan. And what I love is in Genesis 50, he says that I'm in the place of God. I'm right where God has ordained for me to be. You meant this for evil, but God meant this for my good. And we talked about Jeremiah 29 earlier, and how it says don't allow the diviners, don't listen to their dreams, or in another translation it says the dreams that you've dreamed, because we all pursue things that has nothing to do with our overall purpose. And I tell people the enemy wants to get you distracted and get you off course, but God has already said something in relations to your destiny. And he's married himself to what he said about Christina and our listeners and our followers, and KNLY 91.1 The Boss. The owner of the station is Dr. Vargas, and he teaches human effort plus divine power equals success. And we have to remember to not leave that out. But the part that I love about Jeremiah 29 is literally he says, I know the plan. And not only does he know the plan, but, you know, the thoughts that he thinks towards us are not of evil, but of good, to give us this hope, this future, and to bring us into an expected end. So I agree. Your outcome is going to be great. So for me, being able to engage and knowing what I know about you, and then Dr. Kiki trusting you to brand and to market, and you all be in prayer, because I'm trying to get over here to KNLY. So I want you all to, you know, realize that the stereotypes that's out concerning millennials, everybody's now out in mischief. Everybody's not detached from society. There are some young people that are really about that boss life and really about influence. And so using the platforms that you have, what are the things, or what would you share with the listeners and followers, especially the millennials, but also, and I'll tell people, age doesn't define maturity. So you're definitely mature. So what would you share with someone who find themselves in that same position of being discouraged?
So first, for starters, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram at KKTheGreatest. Where I found myself right now, I do a lot of motivational speaking. And the reason I started, just backtracking on how you said, you know, it's a lot of millennials about this boss life. You know, a lot of people may not see it right now, but for me, I feel like everyone just needs that push. Like, you just need that extra push in life, and everyone's going through something in life, whether it's family related, friends, or, you know, you have a dream and you're barely holding on, you're on your last strand. Hold on to it. The vision that you see in your heart, it's real. God gave it to you for a reason. And sometimes we tell people outside of our plans, like what we want to do, and some might say discourage us. And whatever God put in your heart, you have to stay true to it and stay true to who you are and what you want to do, despite what society says, despite society saying that us millennials, all you want to do is party. Like, no, there's a lot of us still chasing their dreams and still building who they want to be. And trust your timing of your life, because everyone grows at their own pace. Everyone has a date with destiny. And we all can meet it once we have the mentality to do so. Once we just push past our struggles and believe in ourselves, have faith, have hope, and keep dreaming. One thing I hate is that people make it seem like you don't struggle. It's so much beauty in your struggles. And your struggles will shape you into the individual you're supposed to be, to the destiny you're supposed to have, and you'll meet it.
Listen, sharp young lady. I believe that she's going to be very influential. So I encourage you to follow her Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever you see Christina Knowles with the famous last name, track star, future Olympian. And then if you need the care for your body, Koala, Dr. Kiki, we're going to get you on. Thank you for sending your rep. She's done a wonderful job. Once again, it is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I got a lot to share with you. KNLY 91.1, The Boss, today's entrepreneur. We wish you a great and safe and blessed weekend. You all be blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Be blessed.
You too.
We are broadcasting live